Today we're looking at and rating custom Magic the Gathering cards on Reddit. And our first card is a super chat from Seth with the Magpie avatar. Vanishing Dragon, a blue 1 generic 2/1 human creature with the activated ability. Blue 1 generic Vanishing Dragon gains flying and becomes an illusion in addition to its other types until end of turn. Well, Seth, you what? That card is completely fair. Beautiful card. There's nothing broken. That's perhaps a little too fair, I think. I mean, oh, I think you said it was an AI generated card, but you like switch something up with it, whatever. So I guess it's a complete, you know, it could have been just a 2 mana, 2/1 flyer. That would have been good enough. All right, let's move. We're gonna move back to the with the main Reddit area. Insectile Moat, a black 2 generic enchantment. Pay a black 1 generic. Pay 3 life. Create a tapped 1/1 insect creature token with flying. If you are an abomination, create 2 of those tokens instead. So you can pay a black 6 generic to become an abomination. You're an abomination for the rest of the game. At the beginning of each end step, your life total becomes 7. Wow. Okay, I thought it was, you know, I thought this was just the name that we're giving you to get like some extra abilities. This, okay, so you at the beginning of your end step, your life total becomes 7. So if you go to 1, you go to 7. If you're at 30, you go to 7. But the deal is, so long as you're an abomination, you get some extra abilities. You create 2 of these, and you have to pay life. So you have to pay life for this ability. So you can only do it twice per turn. So you only have 6 life, but then you can do it again and again. This actually is a very interesting, unique mechanic. I'm gonna give it a pass. Very easy pass. Mr. Deadhead says, sad I don't use Reddit, but I would love to have some thoughts on my cards. You gotta post on Custom Magic. Custom Magic on Reddit. That's what we're here. Everyone here for the good vibes. All right, let's take a look at, well, we're very early on in the show. We already got the super chats. Valerio loves making these cards. Uro's Blessing. Remember, if you super chat, post your card on Custom Magic, give me the exact title of your card. I'll look it up and we'll rate it. We'll rate it in front of everybody. All right, we got Uro's Blessing, which is blue-green 1 generic for a legendary enchantment. It's a background. Oh, I'm not super familiar how these backgrounds work. Commander creatures you own have, whenever this card enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Ugh! Basically turns everything into Uro. Then you may have a land card from your hand on... yeah, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, I let chat be the judge. Do we ship or shred this card? Like, also, why not just play Uro itself and make Uro your commander? Isn't that good enough? Or I guess so long as this is a legendary enchantment, maybe you can get double the triggers. Why have 1 Uro when you can have 2? So you play Uro's Blessing and you play Uro and you get double the value essentially. Only the commander. Well, yeah, but like turns everything into a commander. Not every legendary must have a background too. I have no idea how this works. Low CMC. Your commander must have background to use it. Ah, so you're basically turning any of those commanders into Uro. Then what's the point of playing with Uro? Or I get it. Hold on. Is this like partner? But it's like instead of having a partner, you've got an enchantment, a legendary enchantment. Now I think I know what's going on here. So you can't. So you got to play with this thing separately. But then when it's on the battlefield, then I mean it basically turns the card into Uro. Backgrounds is like partner, but only work with legendary creatures with choose the background. Thank you very much, thank you very much, Tarot. All right, we'll let it pass. I don't think Uro is super busted in Commander, so yeah, sure. We'll let this slide. We can let it go. Back to the main page. We got Unassuming Passerby. 1 white for a 1/1 creature that turns into... give you guys a better shot of this. Flying Trample. How does it even flip? Is this a day-night card? Oh, it's a day-night card, I think. When this, or I don't know. When this creature transforms into the devil within each opponent sacks a creature, and it's a 3/3. But how do you get to the other side? I don't get it. Did anyone else have that same problem? Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, to get to the other side. So why did the unassuming passerby cross the road? What's going on here? Lot, that's fair. It always bothers me. I have no idea how to make this work. Am I missing? Is this a day-night card? Maybe it's a day-night card. I think that's it. You make a super chat, I'll go look. Yeah, I see everything. Don't worry. I move back and forth so that the super chats don't dominate the show. But thank you very much for letting me know. It is a day and night card with the, okay, gotcha. I was not familiar with, I couldn't tell if this is one of those cards that, oh no, it's not a graveyard card. Some cards that go to the graveyard, they give you like a little bit of a symbol as to whether they're like a card that you can use from the graveyard. Anyway, we've got Gabe C with Dothan the All-Seer. Dothan the All-Seer. And amazing art! That's my first impression of this card. Red, black, blue, 3 generic for a 3/6 legendary god. Indestructible. Your opponents play with their hands revealed. Whoa! That's not fun. So we got telepathy on this guy. Once per turn during each player's pre-combat main phase, that player may cast a revealed spell from an opponent's hand, and they may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast. Wow, what a crazy card! So basically, you let people play with cards from their other people's hands. I want to play that. I want to play your Uro. I want to play your, I don't know. I'm gonna play your Cyclonic Rift, and I'm red, and I can play your Cyclonic Rift. This is great. I can spend a mana of any color. Telepathy is fun. King Ginger's like, shred this damn thing. I like this card. That is a cool card. That is making, well, I don't, it sounds like a very political card at game night. It's like, and it's only the opponents, so only they can fight over each other's spells. It's like, it's the race to who can get the most mana to play the best spells from everybody's hand. Yeah, it's a pretty cool card. I like it. Alright, moving on. We've got, it's too many cards. Okay, we got Skrelv. What is this? The sequel? Skrelv, the New Mother. White, 1 generic for a 2/2 Phyrexian Might with Toxic 2? Okay, Phyrexian mana, tap, create X 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1. And this creature can't be blocked, where X is the number of mites you control. I mean, I guess it's fair. It's 3 mana. It's a legendary creature. How do you guys feel about this card being a commander card? Because it is legendary. You're a legend, Skrelv. A legend in the making. Anyway, I guess we'll let it pass. 3 mana for, like, I don't know, a poison creature? I could be wrong, but I think that's okay. We'll let it slide. Daily rations. Oh god. Sorcery. Suspend X? Oh, that's unique. So you can pay a white and an X, so it's suspended for that long. Whenever a time counter is removed from daily rations while it's exiled, draw a card. Oh, so this is super balanced because this is useless very early on in the game. And later on in the game, I mean, it's unique design space, and frankly, I think this thing is underpowered. Because, like, when would you start playing this? Turn 4, and you have to tap out to do it? It's sorcery speed. So, super fair card. Honestly, I don't even think you would see play in its current iteration. I don't know, maybe it's a good commander card in some degree. Because you're only, like, drawing, like, 1 extra card a turn. And you have to, like, tap out later on in the game to do it. And that, the longer you wait to play this card, the more dangerous the game usually gets. Unless the board is completely empty. Then you'll just overrun everyone with this thing. But I think it's a completely fair card. We got Gunblade Knight T-Quan Instructor. Whatever that means. What do you mean? Tai Quan. I wrote the card exactly as you have Tai Quan, and it doesn't exist. Sorry about that, Gunblade. You gotta give me the right name. Oh, we'll get back to it, though. Give me the right name, we'll get back to it. We got another super chat, though, from Fire. Link? Witch Doctor. I need exact names, people. I need exact names. What is this? Random card ideas? Is this one of them? There's a Witch Doctor over here. Okay, this was 5 months ago. Is there a link in here? I don't see it. What's it with you people? I can't find your super chats. The title of the show, the title of your post needs to be like perfect. So if I look up, did I write it wrong? Linque. I'm sure that's a very unique name. Doesn't exist. Oh no, did I put an E? No, yeah, I put the E. Or is it with a UE? I can't find it. Is it broken all of a sudden? And it also has to be in custom magic, by the way. It needs to be in custom magic. Alright, we'll go to the next super chat. Valerio. I'm still looking out for Fire and Gunblade Knight. If you guys have something, let me know. You can't send me links. That's the problem. You have to post on custom magic. You can't send me links. Or maybe it's fine if it's anywhere on Reddit. Okay, unending bloodshed. I can't click links on this show. Unending bloodshed. Okay, red enchantment. At the beginning of every untap step, each player untaps all permanents he or she controls. Player may cast spells as though they had flash. Oh my goodness. Creatures on the battlefield have haste, and players can't gain life. Each player untaps all permanents he or she controls. It's like the ultimate red card. That's wild. Yeah, your red can do everything. So basically, at the beginning of every untap step, each player untaps. Hold on, does that make any sense? At the beginning of every untap step, oh, everyone untaps. So you untap, now I get to untap. I untap, you get to untap. I don't understand the flash part, though. That doesn't seem like a very red thing to do. And then creatures on the battlefield have haste. Players can't gain life. All right, we're gonna let it pass. Okay, hold on. You're saying that this thing can be found? How did you find this? You found Gunblade on Custom Magic. You mean like the username or the post? Okay, let's look up Taekwon again. Taekwon. How about if I look up instructor? Grappling instructor, veteran instructor, magic instructor. None of these are the card. Or is it some... Well, I have no idea where this is. What if I... Taekwon in... This is derailing the show, people. The instructions are very clear. Custom magic. Why could I not find it before? Alright, something screwy with the search algorithm. It's not Gunblade's fault. It's Reddit's fault. I don't know what's wrong with Reddit. Okay, but we found it. We got there. Sorry about that, Gunblade. I don't blame you. I blame Reddit. Okay, white 2 generic for a 4. Level up human expert. Levels up for a white and 2 generic. Whoops, where did I go? What'd I do? Alright, we got a 4/4 creature. Okay, level 1 to 4. Whenever a level counter is placed on Taekwon Instructor, create a 1/1 white warrior token. Okay, that's very... that is very fair. Leveling this thing up costs 3 mana. That's insane. And then you can, when you get to level 5, remove all level counters from Taekwon Instructor. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance until end of turn. This is an incredibly fair card. If you want this to be a card, I mean, by all means. I think the level up could be a lot cheaper. 3 mana to level this thing up? Well, you gotta spend like 12 mana to get to, just to get it to 4. And how many you'd have 4 1/1 white warrior creature tokens. I guess, I don't know, if you have infinite mana, or you always have infinite mana, now you have something to play, something to do with it. Yeah, it's something wrong with Reddit. I'm gonna blame Reddit. All right, we're gonna get to the other super chat then. We're gonna get to Fire, but before we get to Fire, we gotta thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. The place to buy real Magic the Gathering cards, not the fake stuff that we like to play around with our imagination, but it's fun anyway. But if any of these custom cards inspire you to build a real deck, you know where to get your cards from FusionGamingOnline.com. And when you support the channel and get yourself a discount when you're using coupon code Nikachu at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online, because I know you guys are creative. And you unlock your creativity when you're renting cards online. Because if the idea doesn't work, you just try new cards, see what works. I'm doing that right now with Legacy Merfolk. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_U3V. And now back to our wacky custom cards. Okay, let's go back to Fire. Now let's find this thing. So I have to look on all of Reddit. Link, which doctor? I still can't find it. Still can't find it. Even in all of Reddit, I can't find it. So I'm sorry, Friar. Thank you very much for the super chat. I can't find the damn thing. All right, what do we got here? We got Roberts. Roberts here with a super chat. Okay, making the All Tomorrow Secret Lair Part 1. Making the All Tomorrow. There we go. Why is nothing, like, zoomed in properly? I can't even read this. What is it? Okay, O2 Nye Gene Pool Infiltrator. 4 mana for a 3/3 legendary enchantment creature. Coup Advisor. Flying whenever a creature a non-token an opponent controls dies. Reveal. Is this an AI generated card? Is this AI generated? Is this real? Making the All Tomorrow Secret Lair Part 1. It doesn't even make any sense. Whenever a creature a non-token an opponent controls dies, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. You may put that card onto the battlefield tapped. It becomes a human in addition to its other types. Put the rest of the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. Pay 5, tap, destroy target creature, activate only as a sorcery. Ah! To create the chaos, don't you? Yeah, I don't do Google, or the show just takes too long. I don't search anything up. I just put the name in and I go. So that the show runs very smoothly. Please post them on custom Magic so I can just look them up and then boom, I can see them one at a time. Otherwise, it derails the show to look over here, look over there. I gotta look on all of Reddit, then I'm looking up users. I don't do that. Very sorry. So it's a Reddit. Let's see. Okay, whenever a creature, a non-token, an opponent. Are you trying to say whenever a creature, a non, like the first part of this sentence doesn't really make sense, in my opinion. Because I don't understand what you're saying. Whenever a creature, a non-token, an opponent controls dies. So isn't just like whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies? I think that's what you meant. Outside of that, all right, you can print this thing. I think you can print this thing. Oh, we got a lot of super chats. We got a lot of super chats coming. All right, so we've got what's next? Approaching Calamity. Thank you very much for the super chat. Dreaming of a viable bear tribal. What's it called? Was that thing not good enough? I can't remember what it's called. There's a bunch of like legendary bear cards in this game. Mama Bear. It's a 2/2 bear. Trample with banding. Banding? It's 3 mana. Can we ever... Is a grizzly bear really a grizzly bear? if it's 3 or more mana. The OG bears are 2 mana 2/2s. Okay, when Mama Bear enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green bear creature token named Mama's Cub for each time your commander has been cast from the command zone this game. Mama Bear gets +1/+1 for each other bear on the battlefield. Other bears you control have banding. I think that's fair. And it's finally, we can get one bear that gets bigger. It's like, I don't know, it's not really a lord. It's, I don't know how to describe this card type. When like the one creature gets bigger when you have like a really big family. Yeah, Mama protecting her cubs. And they work together. Hence the banding. They band with other bears. Okay, what is the next card here? We have Gabrielle. Thank you very much for the super chat. Salary has come. I can throw money at you without culpability. Thank you very much. Joke aside, glad to be here. The card is 10,000 colored stagnation. Okay, 10,000 colored stagnation. Alright, black, blue, white, 1 generic, enchantment. When 10,000 colored stagnation enters the battlefield, exile target creature. So it's removal. Its owner creates a colorless creature token with the same name, type, and original power and toughness as that creature, a colorless enchantment token with the abilities of that creature, and a 0/1 spirit token with colors of that creature. So, hold on, you're exiling it, and it becomes a ghost. So, hold on, its owner creates a colorless creature token with the same name, type, and original power and toughness as that creature, a colorless enchantment token. So, hold on, you're like basically... I can't remember. So you're basically turning a creature into a ghost, as far as I'm concerned, as I understand it. It's like, okay, now you've got the ghost version of that creature that was once out. Type and original power of that creature, a colorless enchantment spirit token with abilities of that creature, and a 0/1 spirit. I don't know, whatever. If I understand this card correctly, it can pass. It's a passer. Okay, Nick Weirick, Nick. Just stick to your first name. Zenix. Adept Technopath, revised. And we want the revised version. Alright. Hubba. Alright, we got a blue, 2 generic, 3/2 human wizard. Pay a blue, tap. Create a token that is a copy of target artifact, except it's not legendary. And, what? For a blue? You get a token, and it doesn't even leave at end of turn. That card's crazy. Okay, blue, and it's anyone's token. You like keep copying somebody else's soul ring or something. All right, blue, 4 generic. Until end of turn, all permanents are artifacts in addition to the other types. This ability costs one less for each artifact you control. Okay, am I crazy, or is this broken as hell? Am I crazy, or is this just completely busted? Because, like, this will be easy to pull off. It's just going to be blue, everything's an artifact, and you can copy anything on the battlefield. Boxy says, there's something about the art on this one. Send it anyway. Yeah, that's one way you can compensate for a broken card. Just give it pretty art, and, like, yeah, we'll let it pass. We'll let it pass. Yeah, it danger, but ship it for the chaos. It danger big time. I think this is a broken artifact card. Do you accept cards without art? Absolutely! I don't care. I hate tracking down art and I refuse AI. That's totally fine with me, Christopher. I'm totally fine with artless cards. Make your own. Go into MS Paint. Make a little circle-y face. Don't worry, I will not judge your art skills. The design is basic. Tap is balancing, but not really. Yeah, not really. And you know, you're gonna get like the you can't get. Yeah, you can get Voltaic Key, right? Because until end of turn, all permanents are artifacts, including Zenix, Adept Technopath. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the idea of this card, but yeah, exactly. It seems broken. It seems broken. We're gonna very relentlessly give this a pass. It shouldn't copy legendaries, at least. Well, it does, except it's not legendary. I don't know why legendaries can't be You could copy her! You can copy her. You have multiple. Okay, it's broken. Yeah, it's broken. We're done here. I like the card, but it's broken. Broken as hell. You broke the game. Okay, fire. Let's try search up my... Okay, I'm making an exception here. Thank you very much for the super chat. How do I find you? I don't do this. But you know what? Just gotta learn the rules, people. How do I find... Oh, no, this isn't custom magic. You got a lot of karma here. There we go. Finally, we found this. Why wasn't it showing up? Oh, was it the comma? I don't think you gave me the I don't know if you gave the comma. No, you gave the comma. Okay, you know what? I'm so sorry, Link. It's not your... Sorry, I'm so sorry, Fire. It's not your fault. It's Reddit's fault. It's completely Reddit's fault. I guess I have to look some people up. This is dumb. Alright, we got a white, green, red turtle! And he looks like he's a descendant of the Ninja Turtles. It's actually really neat AI art. You got like this little, some sort of flower stuff growing on his shell. Okay, legendary creature, Turtle Druid as a 2/3. Each creature card in your hand has Manamorph. Its Manamorph cost is equal to its mana cost. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. It's got Manamorph. Its Manamorph cost is each equal to its mana cost. But it's equal to its mana cost. Why don't you just cast the card? Each creature card in your hand is Manamorph. The Manamorph cost is equal to its mana cost. You can play it face down as a land with tap, add colorless. Turn it face up anytime for its mana. Oh, so you can turn your creatures into lands and then just cast them whenever you want. That is interesting design space. So basically what it does is it turns any creatures into mana. And it's garbage mana. It's colorless mana. So like it's not like the greatest. It's not like you can use this mana on anything. Although you can't cast your Link Witch Doctor with those things. Yeah, it's a morph land. I think this is really interesting design space. But you're trying to break it with you may play additional land cards on each of your turn. On each of those turns, so you can play additional Link Witch Doctors. I like it. This is a sweet card. This is new design space that we could explore. And instead of it being a stupid 2/2 creature, which are useless as these morphs, it's a land. Bean Pie's already thinking, Armageddon! It's going down. It's all your creatures are gonna get blown up. They were safer in your hand. Alright. Next up, we've got a lot of stuff. Alright, Robert says it was a typo. Alright. So, no problem. Thank you very much for the super chat. Fix the typo and we ship it easily. David! Laughing, joking, numbnuts. Angry video game nerd. Oh, I need one more tab here. For looking things up randomly and also on custom magic specifically. Laughing, joking, numbnuts. Angry video game nerd theme post. I don't remember what episode this came from. Alright, we got Phyrexian green, Phyrexian red, Phyrexian black, Phyrexian blue, Phyrexian white, and 2 generic. For a 3 loyalty, laughing, joking, numbnuts. +1, creatures with enrage take X plus 3 damage. X is the number of creatures with enrage on the battlefield. Oh god. And then 0, exile your hand face down until the beginning of your next upkeep. At the beginning of your next upkeep, flip a coin, and if you lose, your hand remains exiled face up. You cannot play those cards from exile for the rest of the game. But what if you win? Your hand remains exiled. Oh, I guess you get the hand back? Well, why would you want to do that? -6. All players get an emblem with, you cannot win or lose this game. I know it's a troll card, but definitely we're not printing this damn thing. Basically, for 2 mana... Oh, and you have to get to 6 loyalty, though. That might be hard. This first loyalty ability seems awfully specific. Very, very specific. What the heck? Hey, gonna take you back to the past? Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I don't, is this one, is it broken? Hold on, all players get an emblem with you cannot win, you cannot lose the game. That would lock the game, wouldn't it? It would just be like, okay, it's a draw. No one can win, no one can lose, because everyone has that emblem, it's not just you. Anyway, I guess that's about it. Alright, well, anyway, thank you very much for the super chat. And the card. 9 fingers! We got 9 fingers here. Unreliable intelligence. It's most reliable. Unreliable... Intel. Unreliable int. Do you want me to write the whole thing out, or do I have to do one of those things where I'm going to look up all of Reddit? There we go, I found it. We're there. Okay, unreliable intelligence is a 0 mana instant with cleave. You may cast this spell for its cleave cost. If you do, remove the words in the square brackets. So, originally, an opponent fate seals 2. They look at the top 2 cards of one of their opponent's libraries, then puts any number of them on the bottom and the rest on the top in any order. Oh, I see. So it's a 0 mana draw card, but you let your opponent fate seal you. If they choose you, that is. They look at it, the top 2 cards of one of their opponents. They don't even have to choose you. 0 mana card draw? Or you can pay a blue just to cycle it. What do we think about this card? It almost looks broken. I imagine there's some Storm deck that's gonna want this, but maybe not, because they can, if you play these unreliable intelligences. But by the way, it's a huge flavor win. I like it. You pay this thing for 0. You're trying to get intel, but it's unreliable because they like, you know, they basically lie to you, right? They lie to you. And the guy looks like a doofus. Seems very unfun in Commander. This cannot be broken in Commander. Mike says ship it. Don't see why that would be impossible. 0 mana cycle cards danger because of combo decks. Yes, maybe, but remember, the more you use unreliable intelligence for 0 mana, the worse it gets. And the best, you know what's the best this thing can be? It's just a cycler. That's the best this can be. 0 mana, cleave. And in Commander, like, why would this even matter? It's like 1 card in your entire deck. So what about Legacy? I guess on the turn that you intend on winning, you just, like, I don't know, rattle off a bunch of unreliable intelligences. But they probably want to just, like, play mana. They probably just want to, like, play a bunch of mana on the battlefield. Put in an Isochron? I don't think it would be that broken. Do you accept multiple cards at once if they meld? Under some circumstances, yes. But I will not, like, put a billion cards on the, like, if you have like 4 cards, I'm not gonna go beyond 2 cards. I prefer that you just have 1, or I like double-sided cards. That's fine. I'm not gonna do a 10-turn card series over 1 super chat. So if you super chat, we're only looking at like 1 or 2 parts of the meld. So M. Petrie likes the flavor. Oh, hey, let's ship it. It might danger. It might danger big time, but we're gonna look at it anyway. Who cares? We're R&D. If we screw something up, we can just ban it later, like what R&D actually does. You know what I mean? 9. Okay, we did this. Sorry. Approaching calamity. Updating my germ command. Updating my germ commander. As you do. All right, we got the Vector. It is a black. Okay, the Vector. Black for a 0/0 germ beast with indestructible. The Vector gets +1/+1 for each germ you control. Black, tap, pay 2. Create a 0/0 black germ creature token for each germ you control. Tap and sack 5 other germs you control. Gain control of target creature. It becomes a black germ creature in addition to its other types and colors. And you can spend black as though it were mana of any color to activate the germ's abilities. You people love stealing stuff from other players and just being able to use their abilities with your mana. And Petrie's like, I like the flavor of this card. No rarity. No, it's mythic. It's a mythic card. It's definitely mythic. I think it's fair. I think it's okay. Why is it indestructible, though? Is that necessary? Yeah, it's a 0/0. So you need to have a germ out first before you even cast this, because if you have no germ, because you need a germ, so it gets +1/+1/+1 for each germ you control. But don't the germs just die? Not if they have living weapon. So you got to get your batter skull out, you got to get your cauldron complete, and then you can get the vector in play. Like, it's a lot of work to get in play, but once it's there, and then if you kill off all the other germs, the germs get weaker, and then it just dies. I actually think this is very flavorful. That's a sweet card. Can we ban that card later on in tune with that philosophy? Then you could have approved Welcome of the Multiverse, the land I presented last time. I don't know what you mean by that. The germs you make with the vector just die, right? Oh, hold on, let me look. The vector. Tap and sack 5 other germs you control. Gain control of target creature. It becomes a black germ creature token. I don't see why it would. Like, if... Oh, the vector enters... Oh, yeah, actually, it is a 1/1. I totally forgot about that. That's true, because it is a germ in itself. The vector gets +1/+1 for each. It's not each other germ you control, it's each germ you control. Oh my god, I can see the comment section already. They're like, Nikachu, you're not reading the cards. Why are you not reading the cards? Why? What is going on here? Sorry, that's just how it is. It's hard to stream and read cards at the same time. Alright, we'll ship this one. Valerio, again. Valerio's back. Valerio loves this show. We've got new mechanic. Don't worry, it's not assimilate. Thank God. What's called new mechanic? Well, how do I find it? Oh no, it's actually called El Lobo de la... Sure. El Lobo! Black, 3 generic. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. El Lobo de la Muerte. Black, 3 generic for a 6/6 wolf god. Isn't that from the movie? Is that the Cat in Boots movie guy? I think. Legendary creature, wolf god. Standalone. While this card is on the battlefield, other creatures you control can't attack, block, or activate abilities. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return this face-up card to your hand. Oh, that's neat. You can cast El Lobo de la Muerte from your graveyard. When El Lobo enters or leaves the battlefield or attacks or blocks, put a -1/-1 counter on all other creatures on the battlefield. Wow! That is wild. Christopher, do you accept? I accept any. I really don't care. I don't have any. You can post whatever you want, so long as I get to the card. I'm not picky about what is allowed and what's not allowed. It won't include ones with spellbook specialized if that's too wordy. Just want to know if perpetual conjure and the like are fine. That's fine. Do whatever you want. Although if it has too many words on it, I might just reject it. That's all. That's the worst thing that can happen to your card. Is it's gonna get. We are not gonna print it. That's all. So it's from Puss in Boots 2. Translates to the Wolf of Death. Yeah. If anyone's seen the movie, is this flavorful? Does that match the? Does that match the movie? This wolf is better than Toxidril. Like more fun. Ooh, Pennywise. I have no idea what that means. This commander and 90... Yeah, what's the point of having another creature? You're just going to kill them all off whenever a Lobo or enters or leaves the battlefield or attacks or blocks. Put a -1/-1 counter on all other creatures on the battlefield. Does that make it broken? Enters... It's like when it enters or leaves or attacks or blocks. That's a lot! That can... Well, I guess it's just like a weird meat hook massacre in some way. Flavor, pretty good. All right. Yes, I saw the movie and spells time of your death. All right, we'll give it a pass, I guess. No one said it was broken. Yeah, the only rule is it's got to be on custom magic. You posted somewhere else. I may not find it. I don't know why we had so much trouble with the first 2 cards. All right, we got Gabrielle here. Ashia. I do not have the character for that Doman, so I'm just going to look up Ashia and It worked! Great art. Alright, we got a Rakdos card. Red, black, blue, 1 generic. For a 2/3 human warlock, whenever you cast a sorcery, instant or enchantment spell, create a 0/1 black Shikigami creature enchantment token with pay 1, sacrifice this permanent, put a curse counter on target non-land permanent. At the beginning of their upkeep, a player who controls a permanent with a curse counter must sack it unless they pay X, where X is the number of curse counters on that permanent. Ah. It's like a really... Whenever you cast a sorcery, instant, or enchantment, create a 0/1 black Shikigak. You get a creature enchantment token with pay 1, sack this permanent. It sounds very... It sounds fair. So basically, you play spells, you get creatures that you can sack for 1 to put a tax on people's creatures. And like you give them like an upkeep cost. And if they don't pay that upkeep cost equal to those counters, they die. I think it's fair. I mean, they could just kill him, as far as I'm concerned. Grixis. Oh, did I screw that up? It's Grixis. That is... What did I say? There's a lot of times I'm thinking what I know. I'm thinking it right, but I say the wrong thing. Happens all the time. Did I say it was Jund or something? It's gotta be a non-land permanent. Yeah? Okay, yeah, non-land permanent. Oh, sacrifice this permanent, put a curse counter on target non-land permanent. Yeah, put a curse counter on non-land permanent. Oh, I said Rakdos? Well, I'm not, okay, then I'm not entirely wrong. It is partially Rakdos. It's blue Rakdos. Blue Rakdos, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we can ship this card. Pretty sure we can ship this card. Alright, next up, we've got... Oh, we got a lot of super chats today. Okay, Spectral. Love the stream. Yang the Wild Blaze. Blazing it up. Character from RWBY. I have no idea what that is. I feel like such a boomer that I cannot relate to any of these anime references. Yang the Wild Blaze. A green, red, 2 generic. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit more. Maybe I can make some of these into shorts. Yang the Wild Blaze. Green, red, 2 generic for a 4/5 human berserker. When Yang the Wild Blaze is dealt damage, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each damage dealt. And green, red, 1. Yang the Wild Blaze fights target creature you don't control. Ah, that's the idea. So you fight, it gets dealt damage, then it gets stronger. Or she. I don't know who this is actually in reference to in this. Oh, I guess it's the person. Why would this creature... Okay, I actually don't know who is Yang here. This could be Yang. This could be Yang. Whenever it's dealt damage, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It's like because the ability says Yang the Wild Blaze fights target creature you don't control. So like basically you get punched in the face because it seems you're going to exchange damage when you fight, right? So you exchange damage when you fight. So it could be either one of these creatures. And it gets bigger. I burn. I still don't know who. I'm guessing that Yang sounds. Yang could be the last name though. You know what I mean? Yang is the blonde. All right, thank you very much. I needed that. It's the punching girl. Yang's the girl, but yeah, RWBY is stupid popular for an anime that's not all over every media outlet. All right, everyone knows but me. I feel like I'm completely out on this one. I'm a boomer now. That's how you know you're a boomer. You just can't, you don't know. You look at something like this, you should know the meme, and you don't know it at all. All right, we got Crimson Wolf. Thank you very much for the super chat. Well, I'll give you a bigger super chat than that. Pennywise / the Dead Lights. Well, let's see if I can find it off of Pennywise. Redone. Oh, goodness. All right. It's nightmare food. Okay, we got black, black, blue, blue. Pennywise the Clown. Legendary Planeswalker Glamour with 3 loyalty. Okay, +1. Up to 1 target creature an opponent controls can't attack until your next turn. Totally fair. -2. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player exiles that card. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card. I don't understand. Okay, hold on. This is such a weird ability. So I'm exiling 3 cards from my library, and then I look at somebody's hand. It sounds so completely unrelated. Choose an online card from it and exile it. Then we go -4, transform Pennywise the Clown. You see this, Christopher B? This is allowable. The Deadlights. +2, put 1 insanity counter on target creature. Then we got +2. Okay, hold on. All creatures with insanity counters on them can't attack or block and lose all abilities. Oh, that is like, it's like hard removal. All right, +1. Each player exiles a card at random from their hand. I think that's fine. And then -7. Target opponent sacks all creatures they control, puts the top half of their library into their graveyard. You draw cards equal to the number of creatures put in the graveyard this way. I think this is cool. I think it's fair. Or is it? If you go +1 to 4 and go -4, is it just dead? So you need to give it enough loyalty to survive? Yeah, so you have to go +1 twice. I think this is fair. It's been fixed. I can't remember what the last one was like, but it's definitely been redone. Don't like the formatting too crowded. Also, some of the words are big, some of the words are small, and then some of the words get really big again. All right, what do we got next? We have tons of super chats to go. It's like we're not even gonna get to the main channel. Approaching Calamity thing from the super chats. When Navi talks, everything stops. Hey, listen. that's the name of the card. All right, blue, 1 generic for a fairy with split second. Exile all other spells and counter all abilities. This is the card of today. That's exactly what happens in when you're playing Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, or any of those. I don't know how far Navi made it in the Legend of Zelda lore, but I know like the whole game stops because then you have to. People could be attacking you from at all angles, but you gotta listen to Navi. You gotta listen to Navi. Yeah, it's summary dismissal, except it's hilarious. Shouldn't it be a creature? You know, I don't think it would be crazy to make this a 1/1 creature that has an activated ability. But Navi, I guess, never attacks once. She is completely useless. She is just, she's only intel. Yeah, tribal instant. Huge flavor win. Or instant tribal. Oh, it is a tribal instant. Sweet card. That's the card of the day, that's for sure. Alright. All instant creatures somehow. Yeah, it is a huge flavor win. Christopher B, stop asking me questions. Just post the damn thing. If I don't know how the card works, I rely on chat. Chat always knows how the card works. As long as it's an actual mechanic. Alright, we got fire. This one should actually show up in the search. Thank God. It's not your fault, Fire. Sorry I accused you. Soothed. It did show up in search. I guess if it's within 24 hours, maybe it doesn't show up in search, but I don't think that's true. Okay, we got Soothed Realarin Lich. We got it's in Grixis, also known as Blue Rakdos. 3/2 zombie wizard. Whenever Soothed enters the battlefield, create the Codex of Horrors, a legendary black artifact token with tap. Add black. Spend this mana only to cast instant or sorcery spells. That actually is a little bit broken, by the way. I think it's more broken when the mana is spent on instants and sorceries instead of creatures. Sack a creature. Target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. I think that's a super cool card. That's a sweet card. And I think it's fair. Hold on, isn't it like negating the commander tax in some way? Because like, okay, you gotta pay an extra 2 mana. Oh no, not really. Maybe it negates the first time, but the second time you'd spend an extra 4 mana, you only get 2 back. It's just trying to see. Okay, Gabrielle says this is almost certainly a bit broken, but who cares? Kiara. Seshoin. Alrighty then. Oh, look at, whoops. Don't run away from me too soon. Okay, we got in the black, red, blue, white. Very awkward color combination. A 1/6 legendary creature, human monk advisor with prowess. All that mana for a prowess creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player that hasn't been chosen yet. Look at that player's hand and choose an online card from it. That player exiles the card and gains life equal to its mana value. At the beginning of your end step, if you have chosen each player with Kiara's Sessions ability, transform her. She's going to transform into Beast 3 of Rapture, Kiara Seshoin. How do I pronounce this stuff? Okay, Evil of Humanity. It has 6 loyalty. Beast 3 of Rapture, Kiara Seshoin has protection from players. +3. Look at each opponent's hand. For each of them, choose an online card in their hand and exile it. +1 until the beginning of the next upkeep. Creatures and planeswalkers target opponent controls lose all abilities. Oh, just only target opponents. Wow, that's brutal. That's worse than like Teferi. And then -11, you get an emblem with, at the beginning of your end step, choose an opponent. You control that player during their next turn. An emblem, at the beginning of your end step, choose an opponent. Oh, you get to control people every single turn. That's pretty sick. Now, I think I'm going to let this pass, because I think it's very hard to get this, to pull this thing off. Because at the beginning of your end step, if you have chosen each player, so you have to let this thing survive like 3 turns. Oh, maybe is it just broke? Maybe it's broken in one-on-one. Because you just have to let this thing live 1 turn. You'll never trigger this transform if it's removed and recast it. Yeah, exactly. But maybe it would transform in a one-on-one game. Like in a multiplayer game, it's never happening, so it's super fair. But what about like just like regular competitive Magic? I play this thing as a 1/6. Well, it still dies to Unholy Heat. Beginning of your upkeep, choose a player. So you just pass the turn, and if it survives to next turn, I have to deal with this? Because this is what happens, but I can't activate anything until my next turn after that. Look at each opponent's hand. So that's interesting. It has to survive a turn, and I can't activate any abilities on that turn. Yeah, it's turn 2, but you can't activate any abilities, so it's just 6 loyalty. And you pass. Maybe this was well designed. No, it has protection from players. Oh, it's broken. I think if you remove that part, it's fair. The problem is this could be really strong in a one-on-one. It might be. I mean, it's a fantastic wall just by itself. It's a wall. You have to choose yourself at some point. Oh, really? Hold on. At the beginning of the event, if you have chosen each player. Oh, that's true. Okay, do you know what? 2 turns with this thing on the board. Okay, we'll let it pass. It is very hard to evaluate, though. This is one of those cards where you got to play with it a little bit to get an idea if this is broken or not. Yeah, you do have to choose yourself. Has to be 2 turns. So two turns do nothing. But then when you pass and do nothing here, it has protection from all players. Like, you can't do anything about this. It might as well be an emblem. It's completely untouchable. Oh, no, sorry, that's not true. I'm sure there's some sort of exile permanent cards out there. All right, we'll move on because we have a lot more super chats. You get that last one? Okay, good. All right, Quad. Thank you very much, Quad, for the super chat. Finally made one of these in time. Here's an oldie I made years ago. Impassioned Blow. That's the great thing about looking them up. They're still there. 6 years! 6 years in the making. Everyone's gonna see this today. Alright, Impassioned Blow for a red, instant. Impassioned Blow deals damage to target creature or player equal to 3 minus the number of cards named Impassioned Blow in your graveyard. Super easy pass. Easy pass. Also, hold on, it deals deals damage equal to target creature or player equal to 3 minus. Hold on, so like basically it's getting weaker. If only the body could handle the rage the mind felt. It's very flavorful, but it's very fair. It's very fair. Could be, yeah, it could be 4 to be honest. No. I'm not going to give that to Burn. Thank you very much. 1 mana, 4 damage. That's broken. They don't need more help in that. I mean, do you know what? Maybe it'll be like that one day. Maybe they'll make just better lightning bolt. But that day is not today. We got Tovanis. Thank you very much for the super chat. I just uploaded a meme card. Doggeron. It's fine. Frankly, these are all meme cards in my opinion. The most recent one, 2-for-1 special. Okay, did I get that right? Seems to be some problems finding cards that have just been posted. Doggeron. Still can't find the thing. Doggeron. Maybe with... like this. Maybe... I can't find it. Is it 1G? It is. Music... no. I don't think this is your post. It's from 8 years ago. How do I adjust my search? Oh, not again. This is It's not your fault. I'm sure it's Reddit's fault. This is completely Reddit's fault. How the hell do I look this stupid thing up? How do I look you up? You need to post the thread title instead of the card name. Capitalize the... I don't think that should matter. I don't know why that would ever matter. Okay, let's do that. Let's capitalize the D. If for some reason, Reddit's just being stupid. I don't think it's changing anything. I have a serious question. Why are you reading flavor text anymore? Because I feel rushed. Look, there's like 4 minutes left in the show and 1 million super chats. Sort the Reddit by new, maybe? Well, I don't know how new this is. This is the most unstable rating custom Magic the Gathering card Reddit video stream I've ever done. I'm gonna find it, Hovanus. It's the search for Doggeron. We're looking for we're gonna find Doggeron. Hold on. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. We're gonna go to Google. Doggeron. Reddit. I can't even find it on Google. What's your username? This whole show has gone to crap, so who cares? He always goes off the rails, to be honest. Yeah, who let the dogs out? This is the name, right? It's Doggeron. There is a match with just 1 R. Doggeron. God damn it! You gotta be exact. You gotta be exact. See, it was your fault. I blame you. Thank you for the super chat, but it was your fault this time. We were blaming. First I'm blaming the users. Then I'm blaming Reddit. Now I'm going back to blaming the users. But anyway, we figured it out. Actually, you guys figured it out. Thank you very much. Everyone's helping. All right, we got white, 2 generic over Doggeron. It's a 4/4 dog. It's a legendary creature. If you control a creature named under Doggeron, this creature card in your hand gains flash. Oh, what? I don't understand this. If you control a creature named under... Oh, you got the over Doggeron. There's going to be an under Doggeron somewhere. When over Doggeron enters the battlefield, up to 2 target creatures phase out until your next upkeep. Over Doggeron, under Doggeron. Uh-huh. Where's under Doggeron? No one posted anything about... Oh, it's new. This is fresh off the presses. 25 minutes ago. It's a set of 3. All right, well, I await the super chats to see the rest of the series. Broman with the super chat. Woodmox. Found it in a second. Thank God. Okay, Wood Mox. 0 mana legendary artifact. As Wood Mox enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of untapped forests. If you do, put that many wood counters on it. tap, add a green for each wood counter on it. Does that make it good or bad? I don't know. This is a wild card. There's a battlefield. You can sacrifice any number of untapped forests. Basically, you're just transferring the power of your lands into a wood mox, essentially. It was your fault? When was that? I hope I didn't miss any super chats, by the way. It's not busted, but cool with proliferate and strong in a Titiana deck. Oh, you know what? It is strong in the sense if you can just untap this one permanent, then you can basically double the mana you have on the battlefield. But then again, there's a lot of cards out there that like let you untap all your lands, right? They'll let you untap all your lands. Wow, we went through so many super chats and also struggled to find the super chat. Okay, I guess we're gonna let this pass. I mean, it's pretty risky. If you play Wood Mox and sack all your forests, and then that damn thing gets blown up, you're screwed. It's like, what? You disenchant my Wood Mox? Oh no! Yeah, it needs indestructible. Does it play around Wasteland? Enters the battlefield. I mean, yeah, I think it plays around Wasteland. It doesn't play around all other sorts of removal, though. It's a wild card. Alright, well, okay, that's it. That's it for the show today. This is one of the more unstable shows of all time. But it's still, we figured it out. We got to everybody's cards. It was okay. If you want to be part of the show, you got to be here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate... Sorry for the confusion to all the super chatters, but I really appreciate you guys super chatting. It supports the channel. I am glad that you're a part of the show. And also got a shout out to everyone who's a member on YouTube and also a patron on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, I got links to that in the description. But most importantly, you guys are the ones that made you also saved the show. I can't find these cards. You guys found the cards. Let me know that they actually exist. There are ways of doing it. Thank you very much, Zam. I really appreciate it. Zam for facts. So as usual, my coffee crew, we've got to thank Osuf, Zam, Pacers, Rhea, King Ginger, Michael Praise, Jonathan, Valerio, Gabriel, Joe Cube, Michael Praise, Watley, Approaching Calamity, Christopher B. and Abzo. Thank you very much for being a part of this show. So as usual, keep brewing up them coffees, my coffee crew, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see